When the last leaf stops rustling in the warm twilight, the boundless Amazon rainforest is fully enveloped by the night. Beneath the dense canopy where moonlight can barely penetrate, a magnificent beast moves with steps so light they seem almost ethereal. It possesses a bite force strong enough to crush the skull of ancient crocodiles, yet in legends, it is revered as the most elegant and solitary night wanderer. The life of a jaguar is a decades-long art of concealment and pride. It craves no cheers from a pack nor commotion over its territory. It excels at blending into the deepest darkness, becoming a wisp of wind or a shadow. For ages, countless bizarre tales have spread among the ancient villages along the Blackwater rivers, telling how it silently leads stray travelers away. This is not cruel slaughter, but the calm, unspoken judgment and removal of intruders by the age-old laws of the rainforest. Tonight, beside the flickering fire, let us immerse ourselves in this gentle story and discover its true life. Gaze into its eyes that glow with faint emerald light in the dark, and feel the ethereal breath of the jungle king. The ancient pantanal wetlands exude a thick blend of earth and decaying plants after nightfall. Amid the intricate network of rivers and mangroves, the jaguar reigns supreme without dispute. Its coat is a noble deep golden hue, patterned with black rosettes shaped like rose petals, a masterpiece of natural camouflage. When an adult jaguar strolls gracefully along the water's edge, its 100-kilogram frame moves so softly that not a single dry twig snaps beneath its paws. Its broad, soft paw pads are built with highly developed shock-absorbing tissues, muffling every sound of movement. It knows this forest as intimately as if it shares a spiritual bond with it. It remembers the watermarks left by rising rivers in the rainy season, and the rhythm with which ancient fig trees drop their fruit after dark. It roams at a slow, rhythmic pace, patrolling its ethereal empire in the shadows. For the jaguar, stealth is not merely a means of hunting, but a unique way to connect with the forest. It hides perfectly among the tangled tree shadows, letting the cool night breeze brush its silky whiskers. All around, one hears only distant insect chirps and the gurgle of streams. This profound stillness weaves a soothing lullaby for the night. During the age of Spanish exploration in the 17th century, ambitious explorers sailed across the ocean, determined to conquer this unknown golden wilderness. They sketched enormous paw prints on tattered parchment and filled their journals with fearful words, demonizing the jaguar as a soul-devouring fiend. But in the true history of the jungle, this solitary wanderer never waged war on humans. It merely guards the boundaries of time with restraint. A true story passed down through indigenous tribes for centuries tells the fate of a young soldier lost deep within the green expanse. It was a night of pale, ghostly moonlight. A heavy fog hung in the air after a torrential downpour. Bitten by venomous insects, the young soldier lay helpless against the roots of a massive kapok tree, awaiting death. As his consciousness faded, the bushes parted silently, and a colossal jaguar stepped into view. Glistening dewdrops clung to its fur, which shimmered coldly under the moon like a golden robe studded with obsidian. The soldier closed his eyes in despair, but the anticipated attack never came. Instead, warm, powerful breath brushed his cheeks. The jaguar stared at the dying stranger with deep, tranquil emerald eyes, free of any urge to kill. For more than 10 minutes, time stood still, while the ambient sounds of the rainforest drifted all around. At last, the jaguar let out a low rumble like distant thunder. It turned and walked away with graceful strides, vanishing once more into the endless darkness. People often believe all felines detest water, but the jaguar defies this stereotype. It is a deadly hunter of the rivers. Its hunting style lacks the playful frivolity common among other cats, embodying the dignity of a monarch that strikes with one fatal blow. When a large black caiman climbs onto the sandy riverbank to rest on warm mud after dark, the jaguar lies completely motionless in the shadows nearby. It can hold a single posture for hours on end, its breathing rising and falling in perfect sync with the swaying banana leaves. Calm and patient, it calculates distances, tracks the shifting moonlight, and detects the slightest changes in the wind. When the moment to strike arrives, it lets out no roar. Like a flash of golden lightning, it cuts silently through the night. Instead of targeting the caiman's fleshy neck, it uses its extraordinary instinct to drive its sharp canines precisely behind the reptile's tough skull. A dull crack echoes as bone gives way. The battle of strength ends in seconds, with no frantic struggles or mournful cries. The jaguar drags its heavy prey toward the thick woods with powerful forelimbs, leaving only a smooth trail on the ground. The river soon returns to quiet, and moonlight spills gently over the empty sandbar, as if the whole encounter was nothing but a fleeting dream of the night. This hunt, filled with power, restraint and a sense of fate, carries a strange calming power, easing your mind into relaxation. Yet even the legendary ruler of the night could not escape human greed. The fur trade of the 20th century brought near ruin to its kind. Wealthy people were captivated by its one-of-a-kind rosette patterns, regarding the fur as a symbol of status and fortune. Hordes of ruthless poachers, accompanied by hounds and modern rifles, invaded this once sacred golden domain. The jaguar's graceful steps turned frantic amid the barking of dogs and the crack of gunfire. It became a wanderer in the homeland it had ruled for 10,000 years. It watched its mate fall in pools of blood, and saw the ancient giant trees that had sheltered it for generations felled by chainsaws. It was a bitter twist of fate. For the first time, this proud monarch felt helpless as nature was brutally destroyed. Still, it refused to submit or fade into extinction. Its innate nobility and resilience drove it to choose a life of greater solitude. It abandoned the fertile shallow rivers and retreated deeper into the treacherous primeval jungles, places even the most fanatical gold miners dared not venture. It hid itself away in misty thickets tangled with poisonous vines, using extreme seclusion to escape the chaos of the outside world. Late at night, it stands atop high cliffs, gazing coldly at the twinkling neon lights of distant human towns, passing its final judgment on this era in silence. Throughout its long, lonely life, the jaguar keeps mostly to itself, save for brief moments of companionship during mating seasons. It needs no understanding from peers nor comfort from its kind. Its inner world is like a still dark lake, profound and unruffled. In old age, its golden coat fades, and its sharp canines wear down from years of crushing hard shells and bones. Yet its noble bearing grows more steady and restrained with time, as if carved from the very darkness of the night. It spends more time lying on massive mahogany trunks spanning the rivers, watching the endless current flow onward. The triumphant hunts of its youth now seem distant memories. It simply accepts the natural course of aging. On a stormy night, it senses the ancient life force within itself slowly ebbing away, a sign that its time is drawing to an end. It utters no cries of pain, nor begs for mercy from any gods. It simply stands and grooms its coat one last time. With steps still elegant and light, it heads for a hidden hollow deep in the woods, a place no human has ever found, and lies down peacefully. Resting its chin on warm moss, it closes its emerald eyes, which have witnessed countless seasons of the rainforest, and returns its body to the earth that gave it life. Dawn arrives softly, casting a pale, translucent gray hue over every corner of the Amazon. The golden king that roamed silently through the night has merged forever with the eternal rhythm of the ancient forest, leaving no trace behind. It takes with it all its solitude and legends, leaving behind only the rustling green woods to greet the waking world. Through this long night, we followed its graceful steps and wandered through a dream of concealment, pride and the cycle of life. We come to see that creatures shrouded in myth often lead far simpler and more peaceful lives than humans imagine. Now the thick fog along the distant Blackwater rivers disperses in the sunlight, and the ancient forest continues to stretch its branches toward the sky in silence. The fire indoors has burned down to warm crimson embers, radiating a reassuring gentle heat. Dear listeners, this tale of the night wanderer comes to an end. May your breathing grow long and calm like the quiet woods, as you drift gently into a peaceful sleep. Good night.